Alright guys, so we're taking you on a higher elevation, and this is we are entering into Butler's Village, but we are entering from the back. And what you're gonna see back here is this is where the quarry is, the stone quarry, where they have crushed stone and blocks and things like that
for building purposes.
for building purposes.
But that the quarry road and they got the worst road.
Yeah,
And they got truck and all kind of
because
thing.
they have all these big trucks driving this road, yeah.
But I guess they don't want to fix it up too much because the big truck they're going to keep mashing it up. It's better for to leave it dirt. The dirt go always just push off and level off.
Right. See guys, as we come around, we have some crushed rocks right here. Crushed rocks and crushed stones. Wait. If you look here, you see the stones, and those stones are then crushed into crushed stones here. Alright? So this is what happens up in this area. And they also make blocks up here.
I guess this area, outside people could just, if you want a little thing to cast a little thing, you could just come and pull a little 2 bucket. Yeah, because that, you know, reach up near the plant, on the
plant, yeah.
Because you could see truck that load up from there. So.
Now the road again is not the best, so we just have to take our time going up. These types of roads is mainly, you know, better when you have 4-wheel drive and you have trucks and SUVs.
Just keep one pace.
Can't drive too slow. You can't drive too fast. Well, you could drive too slow.
Yeah.
So that helps, but you can't move too
drive
fast.
Too fast. You can slide up and back and forth.
Right.
You have more control the slower you drive.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Down by the river, up on the mountain. And the hardly skid or slide when I come up here. You just have to know to balance your gas. And places that teach people how to drive moderately. Okay. We're in the crush yard. The vehicles. Some of the old,
So we are up in the quarry area.
Some of the old vehicles are going in so that they could see the view up over here. This.
Okay, not go down too much.
That's the machine there.
Here's the machine, guys.
The old crusher machine. I guess they have a better one now.
And you can see they have some like sort of water catchments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course you can see the landscape again with the mountains, man. I mean, we have such beautiful landscape when it comes to Nevis.
You have to be careful when you're driving now. You come up here and stick. You're not dry it out too.
Yeah, because the crushed stones is like sand.
Sand, yeah.
Guys, if you look straight ahead, if you can see right there in the mountain,
Where it dig out.
that's where the machineries would have digged the mountain basically chopping away at the mountains so that they can get the crushed stones to help in building materials.
This is
This is
present,
another one of the
present crush machine.
this is the crush machine, and guys, if you see, if you can look over there, you'll notice
The crush stone and
the crushed stones under the machine. You see? So that's the machine that they use, and if you can see right under, you see these different, and if you notice, they have different
grade of
different grade. We have fine, we have medium, and then there's the fine one, the sandy one. Yeah. That more over there.
That's an old time
That's
generator.
an old generator.
I guess we used to run the plantation back then. But now they have current now.
Yeah.
So that's the current thing right there.
Right. So they run with electricity now, but before they were being run with generators. Yeah. And guys, if you look up again, continue looking straight ahead up into the mountain, you notice again there's another beautiful landscape of another mountain.
This is the tricky one. Coming after that, going on concrete, dirty concrete. See that?
You have to be careful. They're showing them there. They're on concrete blocks.
Beware of dogs.
Just careful as you reverse. Guys, I'm going to show you. Baby's going to show you here. This is the concrete blocks that they make from the same stones that they're crushing from, digging away at the mountain. There's some on the other side, on the right side of here. Yes. So we have our own concrete plant here in Nevis to make blocks. And this is all owned by the government.
They say beware of dogs, so that means not go in there.
Right.
And I have to do the handbrake trick.
The road is very steep, so we have to be careful. And because of the crushed stones, you tend to skid a lot if your tires don't have the necessary grip. Here we have again some more crushed stone. And guys, if you notice, you see those little bags? Those are the bags. Well, not little because they're huge. Those are the bags that they bag the crushed stones into. If you look over here, you can see two big bags over there.
And full.
That's full with the crushed stones. Okay? Oh, sorry.
That's supposed to be good catch up. They're winning. Let's come in next so they could see the back then. Better?
Alright, you can see? So that is how they fold the bags.
Sometimes they ship them out.
And they ship them, yes, we ship the crushed stones. So that is one of the export items that we have here on Nevis. Alright.
Mountain again. Anyway, you turn in Nevis,
I'm telling you, no matter where you turn in Nevis, you're going to see the mountain. And there are so many beautiful landscapes of the mountain. It's truly amazing.
This life is jungle life.
We have a lot of mountain, but we don't go to the mountain as much as St. Kitts believe, which is, how should I say, not necessarily unbelievable, but you would think that a lot of persons go to the mountain here because we have such beautiful mountains, but in St. Kitts, a lot of the farming is done in the mountain. But in Nevis,
more down in lowland.
The farming is done in the lowlands.
People up here must don't use fan boy.
Because so much air they get, right? Nice breeze. This is a top road in Nevis, and this road leads you into the village where I was born, where I'm from, which is called Butler's Village in Nevis.
Boy. I just did it last month.
Babe, I need some of those. I need some of that tree. They are good for a lot of things also.
Just the Jamaican me just pick them.
The same Jamaicans is why I'm learning a lot of things from, because they tell you a lot about that bush.
Just pull off just in case anything come. They're surrounded by biting bush.
Over on that side better. Yeah. Yeah, you can eat them raw. And the beauty about those. Yeah, and the thing is, they don't need a lot of help to grow, because the roots grow from those the roots grow from the you see those little curved edges? That's where the roots grow from. So you can just take some dirt, take one leaf and just cover it over lightly with some dirt, and definitely you will get a tree. And I was always saying I want to get some for my yard, because what I'm trying to do, guys, I'm not fenced. My property is not fenced as yet, but I want to get a lot of medicinal plants around my yard. Now this one you can plant. You see, there's the small ones you can grow, and this one we can go and put in some dirt and we'll get some. I am trying to make sure that I fill my yard with medicinal plants. If you have cough, like a dry cough, or even if you feel like you're coming down with the flu, you can eat this bush raw.
Yeah,
you can eat this bush raw. You can cut it up in salad, and trust me, the amazing health benefits that you get from it, you would not believe. So our adventure today is yielding fruits, because I kept saying I want to get some. I had one at home, and someone looked like it pulled it down. I don't know if it's an animal or whatever, but now I get some more. I'm going to plant. Yep. Yeah, the bridge is all covered with the same bee bush, as we call them. I have to find out the real name of these plants, so when I speak of them, I can give you the local name and I can give you the scientific name for them. There's a lot of sugar apple trees around also, and soursop trees around, but for some reason, you see that view? Look at that view, guys. We have windmills, but they're not in operation at this time, but that's a wind farm that you're looking at. That's right at the end of Butler's Village. We have a new housing development down in that area, and you're looking at the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. Always rough and angry. The only time I see the Atlantic Ocean not being rough is during hurricane season when there's a calm before the storm. But yes, I mean the landscapes, the views are awesome. Yes, guys. Yep. So thank you guys for coming along with us on this trip. I hope that you're learning. Here again, right here again, guys. I have to click out again. Here again we have another plantation. Okay, this is another plantation. This one is in the village of Butlers, and all these, if you notice, some of the stones are missing because it's open. No one can stop them from stealing, but we really need to leave these things because that is how we get to learn about our history. And I understand that at one point this was served as a hospital in this village. It's a very, very, very large piece of property, and these were all part of the Eden Brown. We are actually in the village of Eden Brown. Here we go again, beautiful landscapes of our mountain. You see how far this goes? It continues. Guys, I'm going to take you down. On our way back, we are going to show you where the Eden Brown official plantation spot is, and on that property it is said to be haunted. I can't give proof of that, but it is said to be haunted because on the night when the young lady was to get married, the best man and the husband to be had a fight, and in a drunken duel, as they said, they both drew their guns, and both the best man and the husband to be got killed. So they said, the tales of it say that if you come, in the night, you can still hear the lady, the ghost of the lady wailing and crying because, she never got to marry her husband to be. And I'll show you where that is. But this area, they said, used to serve as a hospital and part of the plantation. All right. Yes, guys.
We go in places where nobody else wants to go.
Yeah, these are when tourists come on the island of Nevis. These are the places that the taxi guys need to take them and explain our history. We have some rich history here on Nevis yet to be exposed, because I myself am learning about these history. As a child, some of them I didn't know, and as an adult now, I'm learning a lot of them. Because sadly, they do not teach. For example, if you live in an island, they're not teaching you the history of the island in the school. They teach you of Caribbean history. They teach you of the American or US history, but no one is teaching the children about their own history. So that is a problem that we have in local schools here, and I know definitely on Nevis. I think they need to interject the island's history into the curriculum.
You're right, under the mountain now.
Yeah.
Let's crack it up there.
Right, so guys, we are right under the mountain now.
We're closer.
And in my village, like I said, we are entering my village of Butlers. And in this village, many years ago, my family, for sure, I know, used to live up in the mountains, a little further across, but up in the mountain, because back in the day, and we're talking prior to the 1960s, like the maybe 50s, 40s, 30s, going back, most persons for this village in particular were living in the mountains. And as the place got more developed, persons started to lease and rent lands from the plantation owner, and the plantation owner allowed them to start building homes, as they would have paid, certain amount of monies. They were allowed to start building homes. So after they start building homes, that is when persons moved from the mountain area and moved down into the village to live. Okay, I will show you this. Well, we just passed one of the road, but I'll show you another road. Okay, baby's gonna go back. Okay, right here we have a road. You see that road? That road goes up into the mountain, into the areas of where people used to live before they migrated down into the village. And I'll show you this. This is like a back way from where my grandparents grew up, but I'll show you the entrance where I am accustomed and where I used to walk with my grandmother. Now, when I used to visit that area, they were not living there. We were living down in the village, but there was still agriculture work being done in the mountains. So a lot of the farming was in the mountains where they used to live, and then the houses that they build, down in the village is where the persons would live. Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of history in these villages that really need to be explained and taught in school for these young children, so that they can understand the history behind where they come from.
So at least if one foreigner come and ask you something about Nevis and say, tell me something great about Nevis, but you think me no know. Yeah, they could come up with something.
Now
right here,
this is the roadway that I used to travel to go up into the village with my grandmother, and we would make a left up there by those trees and we go across, and up there have lots of mango trees, skennep trees, tamarind trees, and a lot of farming was being done up there, yams, potatoes, cassavas and things like that. Yeah, so I remember a little of that history because I lived, and grew up with my grandmother. Yes, guys. And take a walk up there.
Stick with us, guys.
I mean, we have come very far. You see this road? I mean, years ago, this was just a dirt track. Just a dirt track, and now we have persons live here. See these beautiful homes that are being built in the area. And
we actually got one of the best roads in Nevis.
Yeah,
smooth.
And this, because this was done quite recent, within the last maybe 2 to 3 years, this road was built after so many years. A lot of places in the country, they got their roads fixed, but we didn't. But thank God we were able to get our roads done
eventually.
Yes. Coming up, you're gonna see it. This is an old church straight ahead, and this is this area right here on the right we're just passing used to be a bakery. I remember when I was growing up, I have a scar on my knee that proves I used to play in that yard and I got cut from a drum. Here you have a tank, what we call a water tank. This is where people used to go for water. Back in the day, the children will come with their buckets and they will fill their buckets and go home to their parents, full up a drum or a copper, what we call a copper, which is a big copper container that holds water. Yeah, so yes, we're taking a drive. This is actually the village I grew up in, guys, so I can tell you a lot about this village. And what we are going to see now is, remember I said back in the 40s and 50s, we can go over and turn, persons lived above, on the left of this road, persons lived above, which would have been in the mountains. However, what we're going to take you through right now is an area that we call Butler's House, right? And I'm going to show you most of it. Most of it is hidden behind a lot of trees, but if you can see in the distance, there is like a home, and and there's a lot of trees that have been around. Okay, this is, if you can see right there, yes, it is owned by a white family. It's called Butler's House, and that is because this is the village of Butlers, and this was one of the plantation homes from back in the day. If you look right above the tree, you see the landscape of the mountain right in the back of it. And this land has a lot of different types of trees, and some of these trees are hundreds of years old. You know, they've been around. The landscaping that's done on this property is really, really cool, really pretty. And it's, you know, all if you look at these trees, you can tell by the roots that these trees have been around for years. You know, yeah. It's a big plum tree. Yeah, but this that is private property, so persons don't really go there. But you know, you can see from the outside what it looks like. Even on the outside of the property, you see all these plants. We're gonna turn around here. If you see the sign, you can drive up and I'll show you the sign. It says right here, it says Butler's House. Okay? Alright. And look at these cactus. Some beautiful cactus. Cactus I've never even seen. Look at that one. That is one thing with the... Yeah, I've never seen that kind. And looking at the top of the mountain, I can see the careful babe. I can see the what is it called? The fog up at the top of the mountain. So you know, even the air up here is really, really cool.
Lighter, fresher.
Yeah, lighter and fresher. And guys, if you go this direction, if you continue on that road, what it does, it leads you to our prison, our local prison. It's called the prison farm, and it's called that because the prisoners there have land next to the prison that they do farming, so it is called the prison farm. But that is where local persons are housed who have done petty crimes. Those are the ones that you can see out on the truck when the prison truck is driving through, whether they're cleaning the road or they're helping to build something. But these guys are these are the petty, they're like the petty thieves and people who do small crimes. Now the persons who do the big crimes, they go to the prison, 1840 as we say, in Her Majesty's prison in St. Kitts. Alright, but we can't see it from here, but that is just the road that leads to it. One of these days we'll take a drive up there and we'll show you where that is. But as I was saying, the air up here, because we are so close to the mountain, the air up here is so cool. I mean, oh, there's a tree down in that yard with some mangoes. I love mangoes, guys. So I see mangoes from everywhere, but that's in somebody's yard, so we're gonna leave them. Yeah. But yes, so we are on our way back out from where Butler's house is. Okay. Sorry. Yes, guys. So when we go out, we're gonna see in the we are going to see, oh, there's a noni tree in the guy's yard there, and it's full of ripe nonis. Yeah.
Noni not got no seasoning, or they're just beer.
Afternoon. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessed.
Yeah. So yes, guys, we're gonna turn left now, and we're gonna be going down into the village. Remember, I said the persons back in the day used to live in the mountains. First up, on your right hand, there's a church. I don't think they have here. It used to be a church. I'm not certain if they still keep church there, but the big church over on the way to the racetrack, they moved from here to there. So I'm not certain if they keep church there still. Yes, and the church has its own tank. But yes, guys, this is the village that has been transformed into, you know, a community. and it is so beautiful because we have both worlds. We have the ocean and we have the mountain. Good afternoon.
Hi, mommy.
My friend Beverly lives right here. We're gonna call out to her for a minute to see if she is at home, just to say hi.
I'm going past, boy.
Beverly!
Inside, Beverly. Beverly look like she's sleeping. Beverly not there.
Beverly probably sleeping or Beverly gone out to come back. But yes, watch it baby, watch it baby.
Are the mango them there watching?
Watch your mango when you're getting hit. Yes guys, so yes, we have all these beautiful homes in the village. If you notice, when the government fixed the road, they did some nice back walls so that the dirt does not keep running into the street. Yeah.
Fix up your good man.
And as I was saying, see, we have some nice homes going down the road here. Yes.
And they still got excess land. They still.
There's a lot of land here still, but most of it is, already owned by persons. Just that they are not right now working on the land. They're not doing any work on the land. You can see some of the homes that are here. Yeah.
Yes, a nice home run.
And guys, we're gonna go straight down and I'll show you where I grew up as a child.
Post them up, you don't get free